Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. I'm Yanti from Doctor of Computer Science in Bina Nusantara University. I'll be grateful to express my greatest gratitude for your coming today. Our purpose for this presentation is to introduce you to measuring student satisfaction and loyalty on Microsoft Power BI using system usability scale and net promoter score for the case of students at Bina Nusantara University. I would like to begin by outlining our present situation. According to the Trust Radius in 2021, Microsoft Power BI is the most compared business intelligence tool. Microsoft Power BI is an open source application that can help users to manipulate, analyze, and visualize data and create the dashboard reports. Unfortunately, there has never been an assessment to evaluate students' satisfaction and loyalty towards Microsoft Power BI. So this research aims to measure the application's usability from the student's perspective. At the same time, appropriate recommendation can be given to improve the application. This research posed three main questions that should be answered. First, what is the result of usability of the system from the student's perspective? Second, what is the result of students' loyalty using the Net Promoter Score? Finally, what are the comments or suggestions from the participants? As you are all aware, the design framework has been proposed as a framework utilized to evaluate the usability of the application. The framework contains 6 phases. Determine the goals that the evaluation addresses, explore the question to be answered, choose the evaluation techniques, identify the practical issues, decide how to deal with the ethical issues, and evaluate, analyze, interpret, and present the data. We also adapted the system usability scale questionnaire and the user SUS questionnaire contains 10 questions divided into 2 parts. Odd items to display positive statements and even items to display negative statement. Positive statements were calculated by 5 minus the scale, while negative statements were calculated by the scale minus 1. And finally, the total result of all items that have been calculated was then multiplied by 2.5. The SOS score has several classifications like inferior satisfaction, and the second, an application demanding modification but assumed passable, and good or superior. The NPS score was calculated by subtracting the percentage total of detractors from the percentage total of promoters. The total detractors were calculated from the participants answering scores of 6 and below. Meanwhile, the total promoters were calculated from the participants answering scores of 9 and 10. Participants answering 7 until 8 were categorized as neutral or passive. And this is the results. There are 58 participants who have explored this application. 81% of them are male and 19% are female, with percentage 78% are 20 years old, 12% are 21 years old, 7% are 19 years old, and 3% are 22 years old. If you look at this bar chart, you can see that it stated that most participants require 1 to 4 weeks or 76% to learn this application. while 12% require less than 1 week, and 12% require more than 1 month. This led me to my next point. Before answering the research question, the Pearson correlation was utilized to examine the validity. The validity test aimed to discover the validity of the questionnaire in research to obtain data from participants. This finding indicates valid and have good reliability. Based on this evaluation, we calculated the SUS questionnaire and got an average score of 51, indicating a possible need for modification. Turning our attention now to the result of students' loyalty using Net Promoter Score. From this result, the Net Promoter Score was calculated by reducing promoter's value with detractor's value, which is minus 21. And also, Jeff Sauro stated that the Net Promoter Score has a strong positive correlation with the SOS. With the formula, we got the result of 1.12. The NPS score results both minus 21 and 1.12 are below 7, means that there are still many students who are dissatisfied and unhappy with the application. And then collecting participants' recommendation using open-ended questions as a part of usability testing is necessary. They gave feedback as we categorize feature, performance, tutorial, and user interface or user experience. For the feature, the suggestion about the feature that need to be improved and enhanced includes a shareable system file, and then data cleaning, and any feature which help work to be more efficient. The suggestions were stated by 6 of 22 participants. Some participants suggested optimizing the loading time, solving problems that are still lagging, and application size and low capacities in handling data for the free version. The other suggestion for category were delivered by 6 participants, such as providing guidance, basic video tutorial for the novice, and carry out promotion that can include instruction for use to make people more interested in using Microsoft Power BI. And the last category, the suggestions are adding convenience to access for free, increasing the trial time to 1 year, and making it easier to use the application. Some of them stated that the display was a bit confusing and the keywords were unclear. This suggestion was stated by 6 of 22 participants. In conclusion, after having some evaluation and got the feedback, let me sum up our main points. The result of the usability measurement can be the first step in assessing the application. In this case, is Microsoft Power BI. The application score using SOS was 51, indicating that the application is poor according to the adjective rating from students. Many students were not excited about the application. As shown in NPS value below 6, it can indicate that the application has not met users' needs, especially students at Bina Nusantara University. Therefore, the organization should also invest more resources in marketing activities to acquire new customers, including in academic fields, reducing its competitiveness in the market. This research also confirmed that the NPS score could be calculated from the SUS questionnaire, as evidenced by the same result between the single NPS question and the SUS core formula for the NPS. And this is the biography of the authors. Before ending this presentation, I would like to say thank you to Dr. Arif Ramadan, Dr. Agung Trisatyarso, Prof. Jarlis, and Prof. Edi and Bina Nusantara University for supporting this resource. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.